What's up, people? What's up, TC? This video's for you, but not just for you. I never make fucking videos. Oh shit, there it goes. Um, I never. Yeah, look, I repositioned him. Right? See, I can do shit like that. Oh wait, I repositioned Rodimus. You got the touch. Galvatron, of course, and then wait, Megatron. All right, so we're not talking with the Energon Cube. We're not talking about that. What we're talking about is okay. And I'm not going to be pulling books off my shelf this time. I'm going from memory, so deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Apocalyptic theology with regard to the origins of Christianity, especially with regard to Jesus and James, his brother, who I would argue, I think it's bigger than that. What you want to go back to is you want to go back to the Maccabees. And if you don't know what the Maccabees are, it's a bunch of books that were pulled out. They were pulled out of the Bible. By who? Well, you know, you're going to have to go figure that fucking shit out for yourself, dude. I don't know. You'll have to tell me. I mean, I could be a fucking complete fucking idiot, which I'm not, but it doesn't fucking matter too much. What matters is look, we can leave the historical Jesus to the side for a second. And we can try to analyze early Christianity and how they vectored shit. So how did the earliest Christians vector shit? And I think that's a very interesting question because I know how they vectored it at about 70 after, which means after the destruction of the temple, you start having, that's where you get Mark. That's where you start getting, I think Thomas was earlier. I think Thomas was maybe, I'd say 57 to 65, somewhere in there. I think Thomas was early. I think what's commonly called the Epistle to the Hebrews, I think that was also early. And why do I say that? Well, because if you pick up the Epistle to the Hebrews, what you'll find out is that they still reference worship in the temple as though it's something to be polemicized against. When you get the whole priesthood of Melchizedek and all that, you're not going to bring that up if the temple is not still around. So now we start trying to get back to the guy. And there was a guy. I have my opinions on who that guy was. Meaning, wait, hold on, wait for it. That guy. That's who I'm talking about. Who do I think he was? This is a passage in the scriptures. Who do men say that I am? Oh, that's a play on words, but who cares about that, right? So then we have, the Son of Man, which is a figure in Daniel who is basically a herald of the apocalypse. He's like, look, if you don't understand that I know that these are comic book characters, then you unsubscribe. Unsubscribe right now. Unfucking subscribe right now. These are comic book characters. However, perhaps there was a real guy. And I think there was. And I've put my theory out there, and I'm going to put it out again. Who was that guy? That guy over there, hanging on my wall. I hang him on my wall like he's a trophy. Like he's a fucking boar head or some shit like that, right? Who was that guy? Who do you think he was? Now, what does the word Son of Man mean? Well, go back to Daniel 7. It's an eschatological figure that basically he's heralding the end of days. Now, the early writings tried to identify him, but not all of the early writings, and that's what I was fucking saying in my last video. Thomas, one use. John was late, but one use. One use in Thomas, who was early. One use in John, who was late. Hebrews, no uses. Mark, a lot of uses. So we got to look at Mark. And I'm not going to say his last name was Assbuster, because who knows what his last name was? We don't even know what his first name was. All of the Gospels are pseudonymous. Pseudonymous? What the fuck? When you use a fake name, that's what it means. I think I said it right the first time. I fell and tripped, and all of a sudden the dick's in my mouth. I'm like, what are you doing? So, but seriously, I want to think about, and this is going to be a long video, by the way, so it's already 7 minutes in, and we're just going to have a fucking panty party in this motherfucker. Is that, first of all, what did Jesus believe about himself? If there was a historical Jesus, which some people dispute, I tend to think there was a real guy. I tend to have pretty good idea of who I think he was. See my Jesus Bin Laden video. See my PokerStars account. Jesus Bin Laden. He was a terrorist or an insurrectionist, but we don't need to get into that. That almost doesn't matter. So then you have what might be called apocalypticism, which was first century Palestine because they were overrun by the Roman imperial situation. Then you have to go back even further from that. You have to step back from that. Holy shit. Oh, did I show you my fucking new pose on? Oh, wait, my new pose on Darth Vader. I know, right? He's getting ready to chop some heads off. You have to go back to the Maccabean period, which is like, what's really going on? You have a revolt, or it's not a revolt, really. It's a resistance against Roman imperialism. And how does that happen? Well, okay, so like, you can fucking like understand this best if you look at what's really happening in this world right the fuck now. If you look at how, for example, the United States is basically the Roman Empire today. We go into countries, we do dumb shit, we try to fucking like build shit, dumb shit that they don't want, right? How do they fight back? What is their method of fucking resistance? I know I already made this fucking video, but I'm gonna make it again because I think it's natural and necessary to really understand this nonsense, because Jesus existed within that fucking universe of Rome, Imperial Rome, and basically the religion that he was, which was not Christianity, bro. He was a Jew, bro. Get it through your fucking thick ass skull. He was not a Christian. Christianity was a gloss on a lot of things, one of which was the man Jesus. He was in my okay. So like, if I had to vector him, I would say that he was what you might call an insurrectionist. He was somebody that, well, okay. Here's how we do this. And if you look at the scholars, and they do the same thing. I'm sorry, my hand's getting tired. Now my beer's getting drawn. So if you look at the scholars, what do they say about this? What they say is that when you see the narrative, how does that happen? Meaning that, okay, so if you read the Gospels in connection, which is called a harmony of the Gospels or whatever the fuck, how do you have it that Jesus runs both afoul of the Romans and the Jews? And that gets to the main problem, is that most people that are trying to get this or understand this in today's day and age don't understand the in situ, or the fact that these people were operating within a certain paradigm or a certain worldview or a certain, how should I put this, anthropologically. There's a word for it. I'll give you $20 if you can guess it. Oh, wait, this isn't a live stream. Fuck it. The word is milieu. Milieu means that that's how things happened back in the day. And yes, that's how things happened back in the day. So we have to understand that before we understand any fucking thing. We can't understand Jesus unless we can understand the milieu that he existed within, which means his entire world, everything, his diet. I think there was an early debate within Christianity about whether Jesus could take a shit. I'm not lying. That was a real debate. And it was a theological debate. You think I'm lying? Go look this shit up. I never lie. So, rule number 2. So what do we want to do about this guy? Oh, this guy right here. You know, he's right next to his mom, sitting under a snake with a unicorn right over there. That guy. Who was he? I have no fucking... This video is going to go for like an hour. This is going to just go crazy. Because shit. I want you to think about all of this shit. Think about where all of it came from. Okay, for example, the earliest form of Christianity, we don't know anything about. What we do know about is the first critique of the earliest Christianity, and his name was Paul, aka Saul of Tarsus. Right? We knew who that guy was. And he was writing in the 50s. Now I'm going to have to sit down because fuck it. Shit. Shit gets goofy at a certain point. So you had Paul writing in the 50s. I think he wrote, what was it, 1 Thessalonians? I think he wrote that in 53. And then you get his narrative. So you have his narrative moving forward. Now, what's called the Epistle to the Hebrews, I think, was written in the 60s. It was written before the temple was destroyed. Then you have Mark, who I think was written right after the temple got destroyed. And I think the narrative was complete at that point. But then there was I would say there was a proto Mark, although I've never heard a scholar argue for that. So I don't know whether that's true or not. But I think there was. Was that Q? I don't know. I can't date Q properly. I don't even want to fucking try. So for those of you who don't know, Q is the common material between Matthew and Luke that is extraneous from Mark. So, well, never mind. Go look it up for your fucking self. I'm not doing your homework for you, man. This is a goofy video. I'm just making this video for TC, to be honest with you, because TC Downey, by the way, if you're not subscribed to him, fucking you're dude. I got a pair of scissors and I will cut your balls off, dude. Seriously. No, subscribe to this dude, man. Unsubscribe to me, subscribe to him. That's what I'm saying. So, unless your name is Secret Chick or a variable of all that bullshit. Because, dude, trust me, TC ain't putting up with your nonsense. You can troll me kind of, but you ain't gonna troll TC. He's solid as fucking like a rock. So the thing is that what are we doing here with this whole trying to center Jesus within a paradigm of, first of all, Roman revolt or revolt against the Roman Empire, which I think that actually happened. And also the destruction of the temple, which happened probably about 40 years after, quote unquote, Jesus lived. So what's really going on? Well, to get to those answers, you might have to, I don't know, subscribe to my channel, give me all the thumbs up and all that bullshit, because I'm not going to give it to you in this video. This is a teaser. See? You see what I did there? This entire video. 18 minutes. It's a fucking teaser. You feel me? Told you, man. My Megatron is strong, dude. Look at that. That dude is fucking, he's ripping and rolling, man. He's getting ready to fucking pop you. See, the thing is, I have a lot of knowledge. A ton of fucking knowledge. And I don't give it out for free. What do I do with it? Well, I'll tell you what I do with it. I always play black. That's what's so fucking funny. You can ask anybody that's played me. I've played Zach. I even played what's his name? Daryl. Daryl beat me. But I always play black. Why? Well, when you can answer that question, you can tell me what this book is. Urantia. I know, right? 19 minutes.